All right, we're getting back. We're getting into the game. It's over. You've killed the conversation. Phew. I'm glad I got out of that conversation. I checked the time and see that it's just past 3 p.m. The girls usually get home around now. Oh, hi, Meru. I greet her as she walks through the door. Is Kori not with you? Usually they come home together, but for some reason Meru seems to have returned alone today. I never would have guessed. Oh yeah, last stream, what happened? Kori and Crow bonding time. Osono pregnant. She wanted me to pound her cake. I mean, she wanted me to bake pound cake. Osono, the pregnant one, didn't eat any lunch, so she was exhausted because there's a human growing inside of her. She collapsed. We sent her to hospital. Kori had a panic attack because she thought that Osono was going through another miscarriage. That wasn't the case. And now we're pounding Kori's cake. What? Well, she didn't collapse per se. She's feeling a little anemic when we found her. That's all. It's common for women in their third trimester. I just got a call from her husband that she was already discharged from hospital. Although I'm not I just got a call from her husband that she was already discharged from the hospital. Though, so I'm sure she's doing just fine. Makes sense. Osono is dealing with some pain in her pelvic area, so she's probably anxious about it. It's really nothing to worry about, though. It was an emergency. We were, you're right. Sorry about that. They were so amped up about the that treasure when we got home last night, so neither of us wanted to sour the mood. Oh yeah, and then while we were in the hospital, while Kori and I and Crow were in the hospital, Meru and Chocolat was looking at a map to discover where the fairies live. And then Meru gave us a smug look, like we're a fairy. Because she thinks we're a fairy because we fell off her roof. What's with the sigh? She sure does. Huh? Don't worry, she loves you too. That's definitely wishful thinking. Sorry. Just mentally insane, don't mind me. Oh, I stopped worrying, like the second time you started talking. When I stopped worrying when I started playing My Klutzy Cupid. She heads upstairs to change into her work clothes. Asano managed to recover from yesterday's scare without incident. However, Kori still seems to be worrying about something. She returned home once night fell.
おそのさんどうだった？今日は調子良さそうでした。裾野のおじさまも今後は仕事を減らして目を離さないとおっしゃってたので、もう大丈夫かと。ただ気になってしまうので、私もこれからちょくちょく見に行くかも。いいですか？もちろん。オリちゃん、ちょっと心配性だね。かもです。
Try not to get too worked up about it, okay? She'll be fine.
分かってはいるのですが。
The miscarriage must still be weighing on her mind.
大丈夫だって。そんな心配しなくても。信じていれば妖精さんのご加護的な、そういうのでさ、元気な赤ちゃんが生まれてくるよ。
I'm sure Mary's only trying to cheer her up. At the very least, there was no malicious intent behind her words. In most cases, Kori would simply laugh off a comment like that, or throw in some sarcastic quip to keep the conversation going. However,
信じてたって、実際に危険があったら意味ないですよ。信じてれば奇跡が起こるなんて子供じゃないんですから。
ouch, she didn't mince her words at all. But then again, reading the room might be a bit too much if you ask to ask of her right now. That miscarriage must be weighing on her mind. Must be weighing on her more than I thought.
でもさ、
Mara continues to press the issue.
やめてください。
However, regardless of how correct her advice is, Kori refuses to listen.
信じてれば奇跡がとか、やめてください。そんなの意味ないです。意味ないんですよ。ご、ごめん。いえ、こっちこそ。
Triggered by Mary's apology, Kori finally realizes how awkward she made things.
お風呂沸かしてきます。
She slips off to the bathroom, as if to escape the heavy atmosphere hanging in the room. Kori shouted just now, didn't she? Well, she didn't raise her voice that much, but given how soft-spoken she usually is, it certainly felt like she did. Mara simply stands there, unmoving and shocked into silence. As for me, I can't find the words to say to her either. Kori, did we accidentally say something that hurt her feelings?
どなってしまいました。どうしよう。でも仕方ない。メルさんにもクロウさんにも話せないことはあります。誰にも話せないことは。 い、もしもし、こちらフォルクロール、本日の営業は終了しております。はい。はい。はい。
It's now the following morning. I was worried the awkwardness from last night would carry over into today, but...
メルさん、許せません。
girls?
まったくもう。
I don't know what happened, but... was it really that bad?
お兄ちゃん、怒らないで。怒りました。今日こそは許しません。
Could someone please explain to me what happened?
ゆうべ、ちょっと悪い空気になったじゃないですか。
I do.
それでメルさんが気にしちゃったのか、ゆうべのうちに謝りに来たんです。私も言い方がきつかったので謝って、まあすぐに仲直りは済ませまして、でまた流れで一緒に寝ることになったんですが、今日は顔面をお尻に踏まれて目が覚めました。いやー、起きたらいつの間にか反対向いちゃってて、体を起こした拍子にそのままむぎゅっと。許せません。怒らないで。もうメルさんとなんか一緒に寝てあげません。
Have a good day, girls. I mean, I wouldn't mind if Mary woke up... if I woke up with Mary's butt in my face. It seemed my fears were unfounded. The awkwardness... the awkwardness from last night has all but disappeared. Yeah? I've thought this many times over these past few weeks, but they sure are close. Now then, while those two are off at school, I've got some baking to do.
Konnichiwa.
Oh? Dot dot dot. Sorry to rely on your help all the time, Chocolate.
いえいえ、私も好きで来てます。
Darian. Thanks to the presence of a familiar, very capable helper, this morning's preparations have gone especially smoothly. So smoothly, in fact, that it's only 10:30. And we're already ready to open. Which leaves me with nothing to do. Oh yeah, how's that treasure hunt going? Any interesting developments? Looking for something to pass the time, to pass the time. I decided to chat with Chocolate.
難しいです。最近したいこと1番はお料理の練習、2番はクロウさんのお手伝いで、宝探しは3番目ですので。
You don't have to prioritize helping me so much, you know.
私が好きで手伝ってますから。
Well, thank you.
メルには話しましたけど、 裁縫の隠し場所として星マークつけてるとこあります。
Oh, really? How do you know where to look? To my question, she proceeds to take out the same map they were looking at the other night. It must have originally belonged to her. Well, looks like I chose a good topic to kill time with.
この町笛屋町はその名の通り古くは笛吹きの谷と呼ばれた場所にあるそうです。
Uh-huh. Yeah? Huh? I didn't know that.
つまり山風がビョンビョン吹いて、その風の音がいっぱいな谷間という意味ですね。
Uh-huh.
その後町ができて現在に至りますが、今でも山からの風は強いまま。この強い風が夜間は空高くの気温をぐっと下げて、これがダイヤモンドダスト、つまり妖精の夜を生むそうです。
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm listening. I knew about that part at least. That part at least.
ではこの山風を呼び込む最大の理由は知ってます？
It's that big river running through town, right? It breaks up the mountains surrounding the valley, allowing strong gusts of wind to blow in unobstructed.
Yes! この町の中央を流れるアリス川が一番の理由です。と言っても風だけでダストは起きないので、他にいろいろと理由があるかもですが、ここでポイントはダイヤを呼び込むのが川であるという事実。そしてもともとこの町の伝承では、妖精さんが運んでくるのはダイヤでなく金貨だったという話がですね。こんにちは。
Uh-oh. Oh, hi, Komachi. The next thing I know, it's already 11 a.m. It is indeed 11 a.m.
何の話ですか？
Nothing.
ですね。
She resumes her history lessons, seemingly enjoying the act of teaching quite a bit. Komachi nods along, listening with great interest.
なるほど。妖精さんの贈り物が金貨から宝石になったのは天候の都合に引っ掛けたと思ってたけど、この町にお宝が隠されてるだなんてとても素敵だと小町は思うわ。わーい。
So cute. It really is an engaging story. I'm not surprised Komachi was intrigued by it.
どうです？幻の願いを叶えてくれるダイヤモンド、小町も一緒に探しませんか？そうね、お願いはともかく、実は昔から疑問ではあったの。どうしてもう何十年も妖精の夜が続いているか。
Sucks for you that Komachi doesn't have a route in H scene. Yeah. It does. Wait, past few decades? Those last few words stuck out like, to me as strange. Given what I've heard from Meru, I was under the impression the Night of the Fairies came every single year without fail. Are you saying there was a time when it wouldn't happen every year?
それはそうですよ。天気の都合ですから。
Right.
記録に残っているだけでも30年前くらいあったそうですよ。何年も来なかったことが。
Dot dot dot. That's not all that. That's not all that surprising to hear. Now that I think about it. Still, there's something about this so-called Night of the Fairies that bothers me, but I can't quite put my finger on what that is. See, if it had actually come every single year without fail, it could more easily write it off as the work of these fairies, or some other mysterious power beyond my understanding. In reality, though, I know it's nothing more than a meteorological phenomenon. In meteorology, uh, there is such a thing. There is such a thing as a singularity, which is when a certain weather event, such as rain or sunshine, occurs on a certain calendar date with around 80% regularity. I'm sure that I'm sure that's what the Night of the Fairies is pragmatically speaking. But then again, is it reasonable for an event with an 80% chance of occurring to happen every single year for decades now? A few years in a row would be one thing, but aren't we veering a little too far into coincidence, from coincidence territory at this point?
ねえねえ、そっちはいいですから、それよりダイヤの隠し場所について私の推理を聞いてください。
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
そうね、願いを叶えるダイヤを。そのダイヤって死亡燃焼的なお願いは聞いてくれるかしら。ショコラちゃん、
Oh
詳しくお願い。
no. Komachi wants to wish that she can eat as much cake as she wants without getting fat. We continued chatting throughout the day, tending to customers as needed. Overall, I was quite impressed by Chocolatte's deductive skills, and by the breadth of her research on Fueya. She's getting up there. Come, Chocolatte's like getting close to surpassing Komachi. Meanwhile, Kori hasn't changed. Actually, let me visualize my my ranking with on paint. Meru, she's risen a bit. Which one? M capture. Paint. Or actually, maybe window capture. Hang on. I don't think it's working. I don't think, hang on, let me look this up. Uh, okay, yeah, it should have been what I had. I guess Paint doesn't want. Okay, let's try different. There we go. Paint.net. Alright. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Uh. Let's make this a bit bigger. So, like, chocolate, right? Yeah. Like 80. Yeah. Wait, no, that's too big. 36. So, like, chocolate would be around here. Color coded. Yikes, that is kind of hard to see. Let's make it a bit darker. Alright. The chocolate is around here, right? Komachi would be, well, at the top, so here. Let's make hers, well, black, since Meru, orange, would be like around here, and Kori, well, let's make it blue since white is kind of nah. So Kori would be like here, and then everyone else. Is like at the bottom. Make them green, sure. Alright, so Kori kind of sticks around here. Hang on, let me see if I can. Yeah, that's what I expected. Meanwhile, Meru kind of like moves up a bit. A bit over time, she's moved up. And then Chocolat, you know, I said that she was my my favorite out of the three. Because it is like right here. At the moment. She's and well, Kori's stayed the same. And then Komachi's no. If this is the top of the list, then yeah. This is visualization of my feelings towards the characters. What does that mean? Or guess? Alright, so this is... So, like, this is your list. Kori would be... over here. Maybe, like, peeking. And then... Komachi would be, like... here. Who's bigger? Alright, and then Chocolate and Meru, depending on... Actually, Meru... I'd say Meru is, like... here, and then Chocolate is, like... here. Alright, that's your list. Meru is bigger. Oh, okay, so it's flipped. So it's like this. And then Kori's off. Like, you know what? No one can surpass Kori for you. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Let's get back to the game. Wait, oh, it's a bit late. It's too late now. But in the end, the most memorable part of our conversation, for me at least, was the part about the Night of the Fairies. Hey? What? Kori's baby's over chocolate? It's chocolate.
Tadaima.
Yeah, you said JK, so... Welcome home, Mary. You're back late today.
もう外が暗くなりだしてるじゃない。
Oh, Komachi's been hanging out all day with us. Exactly.
あら？私、一日中いた？
She just realized? Yes, even Chocolat left a while ago. You're on your 9th slice of cake right now, by the way. I didn't know Komachi has an 88 cup size. Well, you know, Komachi hides it well. Since she's wearing a kimono and everything. So what kept you out so late today, Meru?
ほら、オリちゃん、今日もソノさんのとこに行くみたいで。
Oh, Komachi's the biggest. Oh, is she planning on going every single day?
でね、一人で帰るのつまんないから、今日は僕もソノさんのとこに行こうとしたの。
Wait, hang on, what? I need to see this. Irish 81? Nah. Hang on. Nah. Yeah, hers looks so much bigger. Why doesn't Osona get a bust, waist, and hip measurement? That's discriminatory. Why doesn't Gato get one? Mary's troop though, don't say it like that.
Ori ちゃんには隠れていって脅かそうとして、そしたら
She looks really pale for some reason.
何かあったの？今日はオリちゃん、おそのさんのとこじゃなく別の人と会ってたみたいで。
Oh, really?
それで、
She trails off, seemingly hesitant to continue. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure I can just ask Kori about it later, right? So I thought.
今日ですか？おそのさんのところに行って、それだけですけど。何か。いや、
Although we never mentioned it, she indirectly denies going to meet someone else today. Mara was most likely trying to see if she'd tell us about it. But Kori lied to her. It's surprisingly easy to see it in her expression too. However, calling her out for lying isn't exactly easy either. Even if Mary was only trying to prank her, following her like that was still inappropriate. She's aware of that, so despite knowing that Kori's trying to hide something, her guilt is preventing her from pursuing the matter further. So she didn't, and so she doesn't. Neither of us were able to ask her about it after all, so the matter's still very much unresolved. About? After finishing her bath, Mary came to my room by herself. That's a difficult question. Everyone has things they don't want other people to know, so I don't think it's my place to pry personally.
今日だけじゃなく、最近のオリちゃんは秘密が多いよ。この前もなんか変だったし。
He's probably referring to the outburst during our conversation last night.
何でも話してほしいのに、僕に遠慮なんていらないのに。
Mary grumbles dejectedly. With her arms wrapped around her knees and her feet under the kotatsu's quilt cover, she rests her cheek upon the table.
やっぱり僕、まだまだ頼りにされてないのかな。
Hey, that's not true.
この前も顔をお尻で踏んじゃったし。
You don't need to bring that part up. Okay, well that's something you should genuinely avoid doing moving forward. As for this person Kori saw today, what were they like, if you don't mind me asking? She seemed to be avoiding this topic earlier, so I tried addressing it again. She hesitates for a few moments.
なんていうか、あんまりい 人じゃなさそう。
He? Interesting. Really?
あ、悪人とかそういうわけじゃないけど、ちょっと怖い感じっていうか、
Dot dot dot. Did Kori really meet up with a scary person? I'd be lying to if I said I wasn't worried hearing that. And how did Kori seem?
怯えてた。
Okay, well, that guy is something to do with Kori's family, which is also what and is also probably the same guy that called the phone last night.
オリちゃんもビクビクしてて、でも逆らえないって感じで一緒にお茶してた。
That's worrying to say the least. Theory? I don't know enough yet. I don't know who this person was, but if even Meru, who tends not to judge people by their appearance, was frightened by the mere sight of him, he must be giving off some scary vibes indeed. What's even more concerning, though, is that Kori was apparently afraid of him too. The problem is, I doubt she'll tell us who he is, even if we confront her about it. She's already been going out of her way to hide this from us, so clearly she doesn't want us to know about it. I mean, yeah, that ties into the family troubles theory, sure. Which means
調べるしかないか。
dot dot dot. I don't think sneaking around behind her back is a good idea, though.
オリちゃんのためだよ。あの子、何でも一人で抱え込んじゃうんだから。
That's true. She's the type of person to hardly, if at all, talk about her problems with other people. In which case, some meddling in our part may be necessary here.
よーし、明日はちょうど土曜日、お店のお休みだ。なんとか明日中にオリちゃんの秘密を解き明かすよ。
Sure.
おー
Okay. It seemed I've got two problems on my hand now. Not only do I have Kori to worry about, but I'll have to keep an eye on Mary too.
「もしもし。はい、氷です。先ほどはどうも。はい、大丈夫。メルさんたちには気づかれていません。はい。明日もですか。わかりました。時間は作れますので。もちろん、あのことも内緒です。あのことは誰にも悟らせませんから。
God damn
あ
it.
ら、おはようございます、クロウさん。
Morning, Komachi. Hawkroll's closed today. As such, I've decided to shovel the area out in front a little earlier than usual. But just as I'm about to get started, Kori
お
appears.
手伝いします。
Are you sure? It's your day off. No?
クロさんにばかりお任せするのも悪いですので。それに玄関前の掃除はもともと私の担当だったんですよ。ええ、クロさんが来る前はよく2人でお掃除したわよね。
Really? That could have been easy on you, Kori. That couldn't have been easy on you, Kori, given your smaller physique.
まあ雪かきはほぼ小町さんに頼ってましたね。その分氷ちゃんにはうちの前まで入ってもらったり。
あ？
決して小町が怪力とかそういうことではないのですよ。
No? Yes, ma'am. Speaking of cleaning, you basically, you're basically like Folkrol's lead sanitation officer, aren't you, Kori? With how much you do around here, I mean.
そうですね。掃除は好きです。やりすぎても焦げないところが特に。
I suppose since she's not good at cooking, she channels all that energy into cleaning instead.
おはよ
Good morning. As for her partner in crime, well, Mary channels all her energy into sleeping in, especially on her days off.
眠いよ。夜更かしてもしたんですか？
Yeah. Mary's been planning.
オリちゃんの部屋にどう言い訳して忍び込むか考えてたら実行しなくて何よりです。今日行っちゃダメ？しばらくお尻で踏まれるのは嫌です。
No.
わーい、オリちゃんが冷たい。今日はクロウくんと一緒に寝ようかな。
And then I'll get a face full of Mary's butt in my face. I would hate if that ever happened to me. I don't think that's a good idea.
朝ごはんにしましょうか。
Kori's demeanor is no different than usual this morning. She's as composed and inscrutable as always. That isn't to say she's acting cold, but rather, it's as if she's calmly assessing and reacting to everything we say or do. I'm sure that attentive behavior is just her way of showing affection for us, though. In fact, that's probably why Meru is overly attached to her, and definitely not any other reasons pertaining to a call that she made last night. I wonder if Meru would be offended if she heard me say that. Anyhow, lately it's become painfully obvious to me how close these two are. But because I know that, it makes me even more worried when I hear that Kori's hiding something from Meru.
そうだ。
Uh-huh.
今日はお休みですけど、ちょっと会う人がいるので、お昼ご飯は外で食べますね。
Hmm? Kori suddenly drops a bombshell on us.
会う人って？おそのさんです。
Oh, yeah. Because you definitely say that I'm meeting with someone when referring to Osono. Very subtle.
嘘。 嘘じゃないです。嘘ついてる。嘘じゃありません。何を証拠に嘘だなんて。
I don't know. You said I'm meeting with someone instead of I'm meeting with Osono for lunch.
どんちゃーす。定期検診おなしゃーす。
あいや、手洗っといで。休みだから検診もうちに来てもらってるけど、時期的に歩きは辛くないかい？私が会心に行った方が良かったんじゃ。
旦那に送ってもらったからいいさね。うちからここまでなら病院までとそう距離変わらないし。
That is true. Bro, she literally has the... she literally has the fucking surprised Pikachu face. Me when I'm caught in a lie. me when I'm caught in an obvious lie. What?
嘘はついてないです。おそのさん、3時過ぎには家に戻ってるはずなので、ここ
Ah,
で一度会いに行く約束はしています。
right. Yeah.
お昼ご飯ってのは誰と食べるのよ。
I don't mean to pry, but is this person someone you'd rather we not know about?
友達。学校の友達です。
Oh.
嘘。
Ah!
嘘じゃないです。何を根拠に。
You don't have friends at school.
オリちゃんに学校の友達なんていないじゃない。
Damn!
失礼すぎます。
Kori! Is that true?
待って待って。本気で誤解しないでください。クラスの半分が友達なメルさんほどではないですけど、私も普通に友達はいますから。ごめん、言葉が足りなかった。オリちゃん、甘いもので酔っちゃうことを隠してるから、お昼を外で食べれる友達がいないってことね。
Ah, makes sense. Most girls her age would want to get dessert when they go out to eat, so I can see what, that getting awkward for her. Well, that's a relief.
クロウさん、私に友達がいない説を当たり前のように信じましたね。
No, of course not. Well, I definitely thought she had fewer friends than Meru. I can admit that much.
失礼なクロウさんです。失礼な人にはもう何も話すことはないです。
She turns away from me, puffing out her cheeks. I'm sorry, Kori.
無視します。帰り5時くらいになりますので。
She gets up from her table and starts preparing to leave.
友達はいいとして、お昼ご飯は誰と？失礼な人は無視です。僕は別に変な勘違いしてないよ。
Hey!
メルさんは週10回ペースで失礼です。
She shoots. She shoots back, leaving before leaving in a huff.
僕、そんなに失礼なことしてないよね。
No. That's why you're so high on my list. ... Putting your rudeness aside, it's too bad we couldn't get her to tell us about the man you saw her with yesterday.
多分今日会うってのもその人だよね。
Unless there's someone else she's hiding from us, that is. Then again, even if she has a lot of individual secrets, I doubt she could reasonably hide that many personal connections from us. Seeing we live together, people are a lot harder to hide than things.
ならば。
We're gonna stalk her. She smirks. I don't like where this is going.
行くよクロウくん。メルちゃん探偵団。
Well, Mary's super sleuth, eh?
大いなる謎を秘めたオリちゃんの神秘に迫るべく結成されたメルちゃん探偵団。その行く手には数々の謎と冒険が待ち構えていた。我々は幾多の困難を乗り越えオリちゃんの謎に迫る。そしてついにたどり着いた秘境オリちゃんに待つものは、わーい、メルちゃん探偵団、こうご期待。
Oh,
どうもクロウくん、盛り上がってきたでしょう。
yeah. You know what? Sure, Mary. Wouldn't we be private investigators, rather than detectives, though?
とりあえず会う相手があのおじさんかどうかだけ調べようよ。
I don't know. What does that mean?
もしオリちゃんが怖い人に脅されてるとかだったら困るでしょでしょ。
I mean, you know, that's a leading theory. That's a theory. But, you know, I wouldn't put much merit into that one. Yeah, sure. That would be pretty bad. That's not the sort of thing she'd be able to handle on her own. We'd need to intervene even if she doesn't want us to.
ほら行くよ。オリちゃんを見失っちゃう。
Yeah, let's go. Detective, Meru and friends on the case. Right. Well, let's just wait and see how this plays out for now. Oh, okay, well. Her small stature keeps her stride short, so we can catch up to her and time it in two time at all. Right. Wasn't there an even worse line in the 18+ version about the blackmail part? I mean, I would assume that there may or may not have been an even worse line, but that isn't something I would know of, considering I'm not the one who played the 18+ version. So, like, you know, what was the worst line, Dexter? since you've played the 18 plus version and you've done Kori's route. Kori getting frost. Yeah, I would think that is in line with what a blackmailer in an 18 plus dojin would do. Let me just...
いました。
Enemy
幻の
spotted.
珍獣オリちゃん。我々探検隊はついに伝説の個体を発見したのです。
Ugly bastard Tad ruins everything. Yep. Oh, we're explorers now. Also, did you just call her an illusory beast? Maybe that whole rude 10 times a week thing Kori mentioned earlier was actually accurate.
隠れて見守るよ。クロウくんでっかいから見つからないように。
Got it. Follow after her, keeping to the shadows.
こそこそ。こうして見ると、オリちゃんの後ろ姿って小さいね。
It really does. Her gentle-mannered demeanor makes her seem so grown up when you're talking with her, but watching her from a distance really emphasizes her petite stature. I'm
歩
waiting.
くのもだいぶ遅いんだ。いつも学校行くときは私のペースについてくるのに。
I'm waiting for her to like turn around because she has a feeling that she's being watched or something. You should definitely offer to walk slower from now on. Unlike Meru, who tends to walk briskly and with great vigor, Kori's gentle gait is much more relaxed.
なんか、なんだろう、お嬢様っぽい。
I know what you mean. Ah,
滑った。
damn. Ah.
あ、こけるのは回避。
She is very graceful after all. Looks around frantically.
周りめっちゃ気にしてる。
She didn't want other people to see her trip. Indeed. Knowing her, she must be worried someone saw her slip just now. Yeah, I've done that I've slipped a lot of times in public. But I haven't been the type to look around to see if other people noticed. We fall back a bit to avoid being detected.
そんなに気にしなくても。
I know. She seems awfully embarrassed about it. That deep sense of pride is a virtue of hers, though, in my opinion. Okay, so like, what if she turns around now? How are we gonna hide? In all this snow, the only one camouflaged, the only one who can camouflage herself in the snow is Kori.
あれ、公園に来たね。
Where'd she meet this person yesterday? Or was it not here?
カフェ、商店街のこっちじゃないのに。
Perhaps they decided to meet here today. She heaves a deep sigh. That sigh cuts through the light-hearted air we'd been keeping up, reminding us of the genuine gravity of the situation. The message I sent was clear. Wait, the message I sent was clear. Kori is clearly not looking forward to meeting this person. I'm still not pleased about this whole snooping operation, but, well, it looks like I'm going to have to start, taking this very seriously. Whoever it was that made her sigh like that, I won't let them get away with it.
エルさんたちのせいで予定より1時間も早く出てきてしまいました。1時間も潰さなくては困りました。クロウさんも常識があるようで、ミルさんに言われるとすぐ押し切られてしまうし、
True.
もうこういうことが増えるかも。
I will say, Crow has had a lot less, dumb fuck moments. The more he's developed. You know, it. Don't jinx it. I'm waiting for it. You know, he's doing a lot of things, and you know, it makes you forget that he has amnesia. Like, all his knowledge about how pregnancies work. Anyway.
憂鬱です。
How exactly? Okay, so let's say this. You research how pregnancies work. Alright, you've got all that knowledge retained. Now you've lost it. With him, now you got amnesia and you've lost that you've lost all that knowledge. You don't see a problem with how Crow is able to recall the knowledge he's retained from unless there's like a deleted scene where he was reading through the books that Kori is reading through on how pregnancies work. In which case, how come he is able to how does he seem more knowledgeable than Kori, is what I'm trying to say. Who's just about himself? Okay, I need to... yeah. Amnesia. Well, yeah, there are different types of amnesia. It's retrograde, which is the most common type. Well, retrograde amnesia is forgetting past events, and anterograde amnesia is forgetting future events. That's a whole can of worms, though. Let me see. Dissociative amnesia is a disorder characterized by retrospectively reported memory gaps. These gaps involve an inability to recall personal information, usually of a traumatic or stressful nature. Right. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Well, either way, Crow is a bit smarter than Crow appears a bit smarter than he was at the start of the game. What are the 4 types of dissociative amnesia? People with dissociative amnesia disorder can experience different types of amnesia according to the diagnostics of statistical manual or mental disorders, DSM-5. People with this disorder can experience different types of amnesia: localized, selective, continuous, systematized, generalized, and dissociative. Phew.
またため息。
I'm starting to get worried. Who could this person she's meeting be? That's making her sigh so heavily. Just as that thought crosses my mind, a familiar face appears.
あら？ああ、どうも。どうも。あれ、意外な視覚。
A surprise encounter. She's not the one Kori was supposed to meet, right? Both of them look way too surprised to see each other, for one thing, but Meru also said she was meeting with an older man.
何してるのこんなところで。ぼーっとしてると風邪ひくわよ。
Phew. A state or period of loss of awareness of one's identity, often coupled with flight from one's usual environment, associated with certain forms of hysteria and epilepsy. Okay. Like, you don't need to keep going.
そちらはワンちゃんのお散歩？
ええ。
Oh, there's the dogs.
朝のうちはキャラメルとスコンブと大回りで回ったから、今度はこの子たち。この子たちは歩くより遊ぶのが好きだから、こうして公園みたいな広い場所が好きなの。この後はきなこと追悼老年主日展の番ね。
Don't
あの子たちは体力がないから小回りにしなくちゃ。
don't look deeper into the names. It's just banana and donut. Don't. Yes, Zitron and Schnitten. Maybe.
白玉はどうしようかしら。あの子はあまり外に出たがらないんだけど、たまには運動した方がいいって顔してるし。でもきなこと白玉は外に連れ出してビクビクしてるとこも逆に可愛いのよね。S な私。
What? Iroh.
本当犬好きです。
何その顔。撫でたいって顔ね。わかるわ。この子たちこんなに可愛いんだもの。いいわよ、撫でてあげて。ワンワンをめでる時間は古今東西あらゆる生き物に平等に与えられた宝だわ。
じゃあどうもはじめまして。
What are you talking about, Dexter? Don't do it. Okay, so don't answer he. That one's got a temper, huh? He's been trained, of course, so I doubt he'll bite her or anything.
あらら、嫌われてる。仕方ないわ。ドーナツはやんちゃだから。でもこっちのバナナは人懐っこいわよ。
じゃあ
Okay, Banana's a boy too. Dexter. What are you talking about? No! I said not to read further into it.
どうもはじめまして。また吠えられた。
I think he's afraid of her. He's currently carrying behind Ira in fear. Meanwhile, when Crow meets the dogs, they all love him.
あらら、珍しいわね。初対面とはいえ、バナナが人を嫌がるなんて。
Yeah, it's very sus, Kori.
多分あなた、
If that's
ワ
even
ン
your
ワンに
real
嫌われる
name.
星のもとに生まれてきたのね。
そんな星があるんですか。
まあ、運がなかったと諦めなさい。ワンワンをめでられないなんて人生の99割損してるけど、別にそれで死ぬわけじゃないし。
Okay, sure. 99%. You're missing out on 99% of what makes life worth living. Yeah, I'm a cat person, so...
バイ。
And then she just leaves. You're missing out on 99% of what makes living worth it. Fails to elaborate. Refuses to elaborate.
向こうから寄ってきた上に勝手に宣告を受けました。もやもやします。
That's Giga Chat energy. Shows up. delivers life sentence. Refuses to elaborate.
でもよく考えると、小さい頃から青い犬青い犬みんなに吠えられるような。いえ、私は犬っぽいメルさんには気づかれています。
Everyone knows. Ira knows that she's basically a dog. Kori knows she's basically a dog. She looks basically like a dog.
私にはメルさんがいます。メルさんに愛されてるから大丈夫です。なに？急に愛の告白されたよ。
No. Good for you, Maru.
カットンで行って抱きしめたいよ。
That's what a dog would do. It doesn't help she's got a bone in her hair. Yeah. I understand how you feel, and I'm happy for you. But we've spent all afternoon trying to stay hidden for her, so please don't. Oh, where'd those girls come from? I glance back at over at Kori and spot her chatting with a couple girls who seem to be around her age.
じゃあね、コーリちゃん。ごきげんよう。また月曜日に。はい。
But it seems they're already parting ways. Who are they?
ああ、オリちゃんの友達だよ。たまにうちに来て遊んでる。
She does have friends! Oh, really? Dot dot dot.
クロウくん、オリちゃんに友達がいるって知ってほっとしてるでしょ。
Damn, he actually believed she didn't have friends.
さっきいるって口で聞いただけじゃ信用できなかったんだ。
Of course I believed her.
オリちゃんに言ってやろう。
Please don't. After roughly 40 minutes of killing time here at the park, Kori starts walking again. Oh.
なんだかオリちゃんの休日の過ごし方一人編見たくなってきたね。
We waited for 40 minutes. I mean... Yeah. That's definitely more of an indoor person, isn't... She's definitely more of an indoor person, isn't she? In the freezing cold. At home, she usually passes the time doing a puzzle or something. I mean, you know, Meryl and Crow huddled up together, so they transferred their body heat, so they wouldn't get cold. At home, she usually passes the time doing a puzzle or something. But now that she's outside, all she's been doing is wandering around.
でもここまでみたい。
Hands, I thought you didn't like Meryl. Here?
昨日もこのカフェだったよ。
Kori enters a very stylish-looking upscale cafe. It doesn't appear to have an open patio, likely because of the snowy climate here. But the glass walls lining the exterior allow sunlight to illuminate the interior seating area beautifully. What? No, I said Meryl and Crow were snuggling so that they would keep warm while watching Kori. On. You wanted me to say Kori. You wanted to think that I said Kori. We don't follow her inside, but thankfully she chose a seat by a window, so we're able to see her from out here. Seated across from her is an older man in a fancy-looking suit. Judging by his looks, I'd say he's at least in his 60s. He's a little on the shorter side, but he's sitting up perfectly straight despite his advanced age, giving him a striking physical presence overall. Kori sits timidly on the other end of the table, waiting for him to speak. I'm not sure what to make of this.
ねね、怪しいでしょ。
He does, but...
絶対悪者だよあれ。オリちゃん君は脅迫的なそういうの受けてるよ。
I mean, you know, this isn't a very flattering depiction of him, considering that that they've positioned the camera like at a low angle looking up to make him look more intimidating, while she's in the foreground looking a lot smaller. And then you've got the lighting shading his face so that and he's smoking a cigar and he's got like the most suspicious grin on his face. Dot dot dot. We watched them for some time before heading home and preparing to confront Kori. Dot dot dot. Ellipsis.
ただいま戻りました。
Mary gloves Kori as soon as she walks through the front door.
大丈夫？ひどいことされてない？怪我は後とか？あ、はい。
You know what? I'm good. You deal with it yourself. I'm leaving. After a few moments of fierce struggle, Kori manages to fight her off. Anyhow, welcome home. What were you up to today?
朝に言った通りです。お園さんとご飯食べてきました。その後はもうじき赤ちゃんが生まれるので、おもちゃなんかを見て回ったりですね。抱っこの仕方を練習できる赤ちゃん人形があって、試しにやらせてもらいました。赤ちゃんって意外と重たいみたいでびっくりです。
Yeah, they're pretty heavy. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a fun way to spend your day off.
はい。嘘をつけ何が？僕たち見たんだから、オリちゃんが怪しいおじさんとカフェで会ってるところ。見てたんですか？
Yeah.
その後二人でしっぽり過ごすところまで全部見てたんだから。
Wait, what? Okay, well now Mary's making up stuff. Mary, you need to calm down. We didn't even see that part.
しっぽりってまあお迎えに来た車はすごく広くてしばらくまったりしてましたけど。
Hang on, what car?
外の通りに用意してくれたんです。
Oh, so that's why we didn't see her leave. They went out the back door.
その車でどこに行ったのさ。ここですけど。正確にはお隣の紫さんのお宅へ診察を終えたお園さんを迎えに。目の前を通ったので車に乗ってるのを見られたと思ったのですが、カフェの方を見られたんですか？僕たちクロウさんも
Oh, well.
二人でお出かけでもしていたので。
Maybe?
まさか私の後をつけたんじゃ。
Dot.
ネルさんが失礼なのは知っていましたが、クロウさんもそうでしたか？
Hey, don't look at me. I was dragged into this. I sincerely apologize.
ごめんなさい。でもオリちゃんがコソコソするからってのもあるよ。あの人誰だったの？あれは
She hesitates for several moments. Well, it can't hurt to ask. He's your father, isn't he?
はい。
Am I right?
わかっちゃいますか？
I mean, if it wasn't her dad, it'd have to be someone related to her family. But like, they really framed him poorly. Looks like I was right on the money.
嘘でしょ、あの顔で。メルさん。
I'm with Kori on this one. That was a little rude.
どうしてわかったんですか？
When I saw you together at the cafe, I noticed that he only ordered pie for himself, which I assume is because he knew you can't handle sugar. I figured you two must be quite close for him to know that. He'd have to be close to Osono too, if he came with you to pick her up. And well, the only relationship I can think of that would link the three of you three is that of family. The biggest giveaway was the face, though. After all, you they look very alike.
似てるとな。
Bruh.
クロウさん、私父のことは嫌いではありませんが、60を過ぎた男性と似てると言われるとさすがに微妙です。
they made him so shady. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. I was more so referring to the way his eyes looked. They were sharp and intelligent, yet betrayed a profound sense of kindness, just like yours. Well, we didn't get to see his eyes, so, like, you know, I wouldn't say that I agree with what he's, how he's portraying her dad.
ですか。まあ、父も私もずる賢い性格はよく似ています。
Yeah. Look, Crow's been on the up. He's been making these big brain deductions, and well, now they sound more they seem more realistic now, unlike when he deduced that Kori didn't have a sweet tooth. Did you expect that? Which part? That Crow was getting smarter, or that it was Kori's dad? I mean, I assumed that Meru would know what Kori's dad looked like. You know, since how did Meru since well, I'd assumed that Meru would know what Kori's dad would look like, so I thought it was like an uncle or something. But like, you know, that's what threw me off the most, was that Meru didn't know what that so I was a little surprised. Yeah. I thought that Kori had family issues, which is why she was meeting with someone in her family or related to her family. He flashes us a wry smile. I did have one question though, if I may.
何ですか？もう何でも答えますよ。
A Brocon issue? What do you mean? I guess she's resigned herself to our interrogation now that the cat's out of the bag. I noticed your expression was quite stiff when we saw you back there. What was that about?
あ、そうだ。オリちゃん、怯えた顔してたよね。
That's the only thing I've been worried about. Would most people make a face like that when having tea with their father?
あれは、その、
Because
やっぱりお父さんでも悪い人なの？何でも言って力になるよ。
you can count on me as well. Of course, I'd rather she get along with her family, but as far as I'm concerned, her own happiness and safety has to come first. If her father truly was the cause of that frightened expression she was making, then I'd...
あれはその言った通り、あの後お園さんを迎えに紫さんのこの店の隣に来る予定だったじゃないですか。
Right.
お店に クロウさん、異性がいるのを父に見られたらどうごまかそうかなと。
Okay.
ましてやその男性は身元もわからない上、今一緒に住んでると聞いたら父がどう出るかわからないなと思いました。
Uh-huh. Ah. It all makes sense now. So it was my fault she was making that face. And the reason she was making that face yesterday was the same reason. Sorry about that, Kori.
いえいえ、あの後おもちゃ屋さんで遊んでいる時、お園さんがポロッとこぼしてしまいまして、店に男性従業員が入ったことは教えました。記憶喪失で身元がわからないことも話しましたが、誠実でいい人だとちゃんと伝えましたので、父も納得していました。一緒に住んでることはまだですが、おいおい知らせます。
Eventually. Sorry again for the trouble. I'm once again reminded of how inconvenient my presence here, can be for these two girls. It's a tough pill to swallow, if I'm being honest.
にしても、あれがおりちゃんのお父さん。
I mean, he fits the age range.
顔怖いね。
Which is why I thought, uncle, maybe. Mary, that's still just as rude as it was last
今
time.
週のメルさんは失礼度数がいつもより振り切れてます。
Yeah, and, well, let's just, let's just bring this back for a bit. Anyway,
まあ、顔のことは何とも言いません。父、昔は名を知られた悪どい商人だったとかで、それが顔に出てしまったとよく笑い話にしています。
so it just it just happened. It's just a coincidence. That he has a sus face. That his face looks
悪どい商人は確かに。
suspicious.
あ、そうだ。ショコラから聞いたんだけど、あの人すごいお金持ちなんだって。え、ショコラさんまで見てたんですか？
Yeah,
もう
I'm surprised about this too. He hesitates for a moment. Technically, she's been wearing a reluctant expression this entire time, but this was the first time she's actually seemed unsure if she should continue.
そうですね。結構なお金持ちです。自他ともに認める悪どい商人だったと聞きます。私が生まれる前なのでよく知らないですけど。一応今はまっとうに働いてるそうです。儲けは考えず浮いたり沈んだり。私が生まれる前、あの日からはまっとうに。
Since what day?
いえ、
Hang on, I should... She hurriedly backtracks. I suppose she isn't planning on telling us everything tonight. Well, Meru, it seems you were worried over nothing after all.
ならうん
Kori breathed a soft sigh of relief, probably because our interrogation stopped there. I'll bet there are still certain things she wishes to keep to herself. In either case, it's clear she no longer intends to hide the fact that she went out with her father today. But that begs the question, why was she hiding this from us? If I had to guess, she probably had no problem talking about him as long as it was an hour. Wait. If I had to guess, she probably had no problem talking about him as long as it was on our terms. But that she was trying to avoid being grilled about him a lot of wait, yes. But that she was trying to avoid being grilled about him. A lot of people are like that, actually. I'll gladly support her in that regard so that she can be more open with us moving forward.
よかったもうオリちゃんがお店のために変なことしてるんじゃって不安になったよ心配しすぎですほっとしたらお腹空いちゃったよクラーくんご飯にしよう
Stop trying. Okay, Meru, don't make pot of work tomorrow at 6 a.m. Yeah, I looked over at the time and saw that this would be around the time that you'd go to bed. You know, the 2-hour mark. Sounds good to me. Stop an exposition. Yeah, I was thinking that. With that, the discussion about Kori's father officially comes to an end. Admittedly, there are still a few things I'm curious about.
お腹ペコペコオリちゃんが心配で今日はおやつ1回しか食べてないから
Yeah, we were watching her for about an hour at the park.
普通じゃないですか
However, it sounds like Kori wants to keep a few more secrets for the time being. And Mary seems satisfied with where the conversation ended too. So I thought that, so I think it's best to leave it at that for now. Dot dot dot. Alright. Well, that is as I said, I think this is a good place to end it. You know,
セーブ画面ですセーブしますねセーブしました
today's stream was a pretty good. What will you stream tomorrow? Genshin. I was deciding between Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, but I think I will be streaming Genshin tomorrow. But you know, today was pretty good. If you want to switch to HSR, go ahead. Nah, I think it's a good time to end for now. For today. But for now, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You know, if you did, for tomorrow, if I change my mind, yeah, maybe. But no, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, follow would be appreciated. If you aren't followed already. Thanks for watching, thanks for lurking, thanks for chatting. Yeah, tomorrow, well, next stream, which is hopefully tomorrow, I'll be streaming some more Genshin. We will be doing some world quests probably. And well, I've had this tier list on like a separate tab for a while that I want to look over, and let's just say that it might be one of the worst tier lists I've ever seen. But for now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and I will see you guys next time when I fix my VTuber model. Oh, bye bye.